Hello, good morning, good morning. You know my favorite thing is to, what's this one? Oh, hi, good morning. Feeling very wide awake today. I hope you are too. I hope you are. It's wonderful, it's fantastic. Hello. Good morning, what's this guy? What's this one? Oh dear. Well, I did not see that coming. I could not tell what that one was, and that's funny right there. I don't care where you're from. That is some funny stuff right there. What's this guy? This is like somewhere. Oh, okay. Now we're talking. Now we're talking, people. This is like little Hawaiian girl. Listen, Megan, did you see this one? Hi. Yeah. I really feel like this captures my true essence. Oh, look, I've got a highlighter. Yes. I'm contouring and I'm highlighting. I like that it moves with me. I like that my crown moves with me. Let's put that crown on, people. Yes. It's our new spring line of Lippy. It's amazing. It's wonderful. It's fantastic. And there's this guy. Oh. All right. Let's get back to the program here. Now listen, I don't know if I can see comments yet. Can I? Yes, I can. Of course I can see comments. You know why I can see comments? Because I have my iPad. Because I have my iPad here because you wise women out there were messaging me saying, hey, Shari, if you can't see comments, no need to stop and restart. Just get your iPad and read the comments from there. Hello. Thank you. Yes, I chopped the hair off yesterday. I said, listen, you have got to eliminate the possibility of a bun for me because I love me a good bun. I like big buns and I cannot lie. But, you hit a certain age. And I know it's just a number and I know it's a mindset, but I'm like, I'm knocking on 50's door. And all I can imagine is, the little emoji of the little old white-haired lady with the bun? That's kind of what I was feeling like. It made me feel frumpy. I don't think buns are frumpy on anybody else, but I was feeling the frump. So I showed her a picture and she cut my hair, but it was like to here. And I went, see, here's the problem. She goes, what? And I grabbed it and I go, by the end of the day, it's up. And she goes, oh no. I go, yeah, cut it. So anyway, isn't that so funny? All right. Hello. Welcome. Let me just check on my time here. I want to just, we're 3 minutes in. People can just catch up. Listen, guys, I don't know that I've ever done a video on handling customer objections or customer complaints. So yeah, shame on me, and I'm so sorry. And I'm going to tell you, so nobody likes objections. Nobody likes a disgruntled customer. But I'm going to tell you something. It's a whole other level when you're face to face with that screaming person. I don't know how many of you have worked retail. You need hazard pay. You need post-traumatic stress therapy at times. Like, I have had women screaming, well, men too, screaming in my face, like spit flying. And you have to just stand there and, yeah. And I used to run from that. And then I got to the point, and it's through experience, okay? So this does not necessarily come natural, people, okay? You're gonna have to build your skills. But then I got to the point where I loved handling a customer's objection because I could calm a customer like that. And it's actually very simple. And the first thing you need to do is you need to put yourself in the customer's place, okay? Imagine yourself if you've got a product or you bought something that you needed to return. or you spent a ton of money on it and it didn't work, or you didn't like it, or you got a reaction, or whatever the case may be, right? And you've got to take it back to the store. Don't you kind of have that feeling in your stomach like, oh God, here we go. We're going to have to fight about this. They're going to argue with me. They're going to give me a hard time. We've all been there, okay? And most of us feel that way. I mean, even if you take something back to a store that is known for amazing customer service, you know, like Nordstrom, you're still like, all right, I gotta, you know. I mean, Nordstrom's actually the best place you could ever return something, but we all kind of get that feeling. So when you have a customer who has an objection, understand that that's how she's feeling when she's coming to you, okay? It is actually very, very simple. What do you want as a customer when you go, let's say you're going to a cosmetic counter to return something? What do you want from the girl behind the counter? Number one, you want her to listen to you, okay? And you don't want an attitude. Oh, let me tell you something. If I get an attitude, it is possible that I will fly into a rage of which I may never recover, okay? People are gonna get hurt. The authorities might be called, okay? Don't get me tooed. So, as the consultant, don't give her tood, okay? Don't give her an attitude. So you go to the counter, you want them to listen to you, you want them to understand what you're saying, and you want their help. That help can look like returning this product, showing me what I'm doing wrong, helping me find something else that's gonna work, that's gonna do what I wanted this to do, but it's not doing this for me. Do you understand? A customer objection is not personal. She doesn't hate your guts and wish you were never born, okay? She just isn't happy with what she has. So, there's this thing, and many of you I know have heard about this. It's been like talked to death, but there may be some that have never heard it. And it's called feel, felt, found. Those three things. Feel, felt, found. This is just a good framework if you're not sure what to say. The beauty of being online, you have a hot second to like collect yourself. You can say whatever you want as long as those fingers are being polite, right? You can be, but oh, I'm so sorry, right? Feel. You say, oh my gosh, I am so sorry. I understand how you feel. Like she says, I'm so disappointed. Oh my gosh, I understand how you feel. That's the first one. Felt. I have felt the same way. You got to connect with her. I know how you feel. I have felt the same way before, you know, one time when I got something that I wasn't happy with. Found. You give her a solution. What I have found is, okay, so let's take, for example, let's take a customer objection. Let's say your customer comes to you and she says that her 3D mascara is flaking on her cheeks. Okay, what do we know? Here's what we know. We know that there should be no flaking whatsoever. None. None. We would not be selling 10,000 mascaras a day or more if the mascara flaked, okay? So, this is what we know, and we know it's user error, okay? In this instance, it's user error. So here's what you say. She says, oh my gosh, I've got all of this flaking on my cheeks and I don't know what to do. Oh my gosh, I totally understand how you feel. I had flakes one time too. I felt the same way. Feel, felt, right? You acknowledged, found. What I found is that it's because I wasn't using enough gel. You need to make sure you're using enough gel before and after to seal in the fibers. The fibers are completely dry, so they need to be able to stick to something wet, and then they need the gel on top to seal them in. So you're just not using enough gel either before or after, most likely after. Okay? You're helping her solve a problem. I will tell you why I got to the point when it didn't matter if I was working behind a counter or I was store manager for Eddie Bauer. When there was a customer issue, I wanted to get in there. I actually got excited. I was like, oh, okay. Because here's the thing. What I loved more than anything is being of service. And if somebody is unhappy, I am going to make them happy. That's why I got excited. I thought, oh, there's somebody who's upset and I can make them happy, right? Because I listened to what they said. I made sure they knew that I heard them. So as they're talking to me, now in person, this is what I would do, but you do the equivalent online, right? As they're talking to me, the first thing I would say was, oh no, like, so that fast. They know I'm right there with them. I am feeling what they're feeling. I'm saying to them, oh my gosh, you're kidding, okay? Let's just say they used a product and they broke out. Oh my gosh, you are kidding. I am so sorry. I'm right there with them. I'm sorry that they broke out. I understand how you feel. I felt the same way before when I used a product that didn't work for me, you know, and it doesn't necessarily have to be the product that you're selling, right? I have felt the same way before. I feel that way whenever I have a breakout. And then you have to find out if, to get to the found part, what I have found is you actually have to ask a question first. This is a question you should be asking every single customer that has any sort of issue or objection or complaint or whatever. You have to ask them, how are you using the product? It's very simple. And you're going to ask that question every time you have an objection. Okay, Teresa, I'm so sorry that you had this experience. Okay, listen, I want to help you solve this. Walk me through it. How are you using the product? And you may be thinking, gosh, Shari, it's a cleanser. Like, how else would you use the product? You'd be surprised. Let me tell you a little story. I used to work for Clinique. And we had a sign. It was in all the ads. It was at the counter. Huge, huge sign. And it had a picture of the skincare, you know, cleanser, toner, moisturizer, like sitting on a bathroom sink. And then next to it was like a glass with like a toothbrush in it, you know, and it says twice a day. Twice a day, you wash your face, you brush your teeth, right? Yeah, that's what most people took from that ad. So one day this woman walks up to me. I was literally horrified when she walked up. Horrified. Her face was like raw meat. Raw meat. Like just red, beet red, and just angry. That skin was angry, my friend. It was angry. And she's marching up. She's got her bag of products, slams them on the counter, and says, and she's loud. Why are they always so loud? So like other people are listening. And so she starts telling me how horrible the products are, that her skin reacted. Obviously her skin reacted, right? You can't deny the research. I mean, I'm looking at her and I'm like, yeah, yeah. She's like, I need to return this. Something in me, because I was new, something in me made me ask her. Well, because I was curious, right? I'm thinking, I've never seen this before. And I said, tell me, how are you using the products? And she said, hello? How else can you use a product? And I'm thinking, right, how else can you use the product? She goes, hi, how else can you use the products? I'm using them exactly as I'm supposed to, twice a day. And I said, okay, walk me through that. Like in the morning, you get up, you grab your soap. She goes, yes, I grab my soap, I grab a toothbrush, I scrub my face twice a day, every day. She was scrubbing her skin off of her face with a toothbrush. And I said, I still wasn't really understanding. And I said, why are you using a toothbrush? And she pointed behind me. Because twice a day. And I looked. So now the panic struck, like inside of me, I believe I like had a split personality moment, because on the one hand, I am struggling not to laugh. But I know if I start laughing, this lady's going to punch me in the throat. So I'm trying not to laugh. And on the other hand, I'm horrified because I now have to explain to this woman that she's an idiot, okay? It's not easy to do. So I said, actually, that's just to show that every time you brush your teeth, you should be washing your face. You're not supposed to use a toothbrush. But I can see how you would be confused. I'm so sorry. She went, grabbed her stuff, and walked away. So the lesson in that, boys and girls, is that we should never assume that we know how a customer is using the product. I had another lady who bought a moisturizer and came back to tell me and rip me a new one because it wasn't working and it wasn't moisturizing. And I said, okay, which is possible. Like, everybody has different skin, right? We're not cookie cutters. It's very possible. So I said, tell me, how are you using the product? She says, I take a drink every morning and I take a drink every night. And I had to, again, have a split personality moment deep inside of myself, because I'm rolling on the ground over here trying to keep it together, and I'm petrified on this side because how do I explain to her that we don't drink our moisturizers? So I had to ask the question, you're drinking it? And she says, yes. And I said, why? She showed me on the back of the bottle. It said, Skin's Best Moisture Drink for your skin. It's a drink for your skin. But that does not mean one is to drink it. Yeah, these are true stories. These are true stories. I should write a book about all of the events that happen when you work with the public, right? So we're not going to assume. Please keep these stories in your mind. Don't assume that if someone's coming to you with an objection, that they are using the products properly. In many cases, it's user error. It's user error. And you're assuming they're using them a certain way, because you're like, of course, like, I know how to use it. Like, what? But you don't know their background. Maybe this is the first time that, that they've ever used something like this. And so you need to just ask, just get as much information. And there's always a percentage of the population that's not going to be able to use your product, or that is not going to like it. Or they're going to have a reaction. It doesn't matter how safe, tested, blah, 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 right? People are allergic to all sorts of things. People are allergic to air and dust. So, what can you do? The best thing, though, that you can do is you want to be that customer's best friend. Give them great service. Make sure that if they have, let's say that their skin is dehydrated and they don't like this certain item, this certain moisturizer, that's totally fine. Let them know you have other options. You have other options. You are the information booth. It is your job to let them know what's available, and then they choose. Just say, listen, I'm just going to let you know the other things that we have available that I think would work for you, could work for you, right? Because you don't know. And don't take on the responsibility that you have to be the most knowledgeable human on the planet for that particular thing that you're selling, okay? All that a customer wants is to know that if you don't know the answer, you know where to find it and you're off to find it. That's all they need to know. Think about yourself. Again, a lot of your issues with fear on dealing with a customer complaint can be solved if you put yourself in their shoes. So let's just say you go to the counter and you ask a question and the girl there is new. Do you hate her for ever being born? No, you don't. It's not personal. And she says, gosh, you know what? That's a great question, right? Make friends. That's a great question. I actually don't know the answer to that, but I'm going to find out for you. Hold on. That's it. That's it. You go to your website. Did you know that there is a fantastic search feature? There's a fantastic search feature in the support section. If you click support on your website, FAQs, baby. Type in your question. All kinds of stuff pops up. Go to the product page. Click on ingredients. It'll tell you what's in there. Click on all the details of the product. It'll tell you, go to your leaders page. Use the search bar in your leaders page. Type in your question. Look in the files of your leaders page. Tons of files, okay? These are all great resources and places you should look first, before contacting your sponsor or another Y presenter. Because, why? They're working their own business. They don't have time to do your legwork. We're all happy to help and support, but you need to know where to find the answer. Again, it goes back to what I've said before. Are we teaching people to fish or are we just giving them fish? I could give you the answer, but I'm just giving you a fish. And guess what? Next time you have a question, you're going to come straight to me. Why? Because it's easy and it's quick. Oh, she'll just tell me it's easy and it's quick. You need to know where to go to find the answer. Not only for yourself, but because you're going to have a big team someday, right? Yes, you are. You're going to have an amazing team someday, and they're going to be coming to you. What are you going to do? Go to your sponsor? No. Be your own boss. Be your own boss. Don't have an employee mindset. You need to have, I'm getting off on tangents, but I'm just saying, you need to have a business owner's mindset. Okay? Now, I will tell you the last little piece of why I love dealing with customer objections. Number one, I told you because I love to be of service and make people happy. I'm going to take care of them. I am going to solve their problem. And sometimes solving that problem means taking back the product and letting them know that you're there for them if they ever have any questions or need anything else. And also, I'm going to follow up with that customer. I'm going to make sure the next time I have a product release coming out, I'm letting them know. Maybe, let's just say that they were not able to use your moisturizer, any of your moisturizers. I'm going to follow up with that customer like in 2 or 3 weeks and say, hey, Deborah, just checking in. I'm hoping that you were able to find a moisturizer that works for you. I know I would die without, I have dry skin and I would die without a good moisturizer. Be her friend. Connect with her. She's going to think, oh, that's really nice. She's following up with me even when I don't own any of her products. How nice is that, right? So that's why, because that's why I love connecting with people, because when somebody buys your product and they're happy, they go away. If somebody buys your product and they hate your product, a lot of times they don't tell you. They just won't buy it again. If they come back to you with a complaint, they at least care enough. And really, a lot of times what they're asking underneath is they're asking for you to help them fix the problem. They're looking for guidance. Even if they seem like they're very, very angry, even if their skin is angry, they're asking for guidance, okay? And so you now have an opportunity to have a conversation with them and to build rapport and to build your relationship even better than it was before. You're having conversations back and forth. That also helps your algorithm, by the way, if we're going to be talking about it, okay? It helps you connect, and you're going to get to know that person a lot better, even than customers that buy your stuff and are happy, okay? So I know a lot of people, I know a lot of you, you think you fool, no, I'm wise to your ways. I know that a lot of you hesitate following up with your customers because you're afraid of what they're going to say. You're afraid that they're going to complain. You're afraid You're afraid, you're afraid, you're afraid. I mean, list all the things you're afraid, okay? Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid, because the bottom line, you're going to make them happy. And isn't it silly? You work so hard to sell. You work so, so hard, and you make that sale, and you're excited and you're happy, and then you just let them go away. And then you get upset and worried, like, oh, I can't find any new customers, and I can't find. You have in your back office, look at your lifetime personal retail sales. I see people who have very small teams and huge lifetime PRS. You know what that tells me? You're not following up with your customers. You have a treasure trove of opportunity in your back office under your customers list, and you're not following up. You're not building relationships. If they bought your product once, they're probably going to buy it again. You want to make sure if they're not happy, you're making them happy, even if it's a flat out return. Connect with them and let them know the most important thing to you is not that one-time sale. The most important thing to you is that they are happy with their experience and that they have something that works for them. So don't shy away from it. And then you have to make sure that you're doing it on a regular basis. And I mean, please don't pester her to death, okay? Please don't pester her to death. But the general rule is like 2s. Contact 2 days after a sale to say thank you. Contact 2 weeks after a sale to make sure they receive the product and see if they've tried it. Contact 2 months later. Now, a lot of you are thinking, okay, well, crap, I've got a bazillion customers. I've sold a ton of product. My team is not the size that I wish it could be. Because your best presenters were good customers. That right there has done all your work for you. So why aren't we following up? Because we're scared. We're scared. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. But you're thinking, okay, well, you know what? I screwed the pooch because I haven't been following up, and I've been in this business for 2.5 years, and now what do? I'm going to tell you what to do. Who am I? I'm going to tell you what to do. You go back to your very, 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 very first customer, and you message her, and you say, hi, Nancy. I just wanted to let you know that you were one of my very first customers, and I so appreciate your business. Your purchase gave me the confidence to continue with this business, and it has changed my family's life, mine and my family's life. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. That's what you say. Mm-hmm. Yes, you say thank you. You be grateful, and you don't copy and paste that. You take the time and the energy, and I would recommend email or posting on their Facebook wall. You're going to be doing a lot of these. Some you can do in Messenger, but be very careful because of Facebook jail. You don't want Facebook to think that you're spamming. But be grateful. And your customer deserves the time that it takes for you to write out a message like that. It takes literally 2 minutes. It's less than that. Don't write the same thing for every single person. Switch it up a little bit. But when you're writing it, I want you to get in a place where you are thinking about that person. You are thinking about the gratitude that you have. Think about that. Your very first sale. Ugh. Remember those, right? Your very first sale. We're grateful for all the sales, are we not? Let's just share that. Don't ask her to buy something. Most people are not reaching out because they're afraid. Oh, she's going to think I'm trying to sell her something. Build a relationship. Why don't you do that? Build a relationship, because then it's going to be easier to talk to her about what you have to offer. Just say thank you. Say thank you and I appreciate you, and keep it short and sweet. Keep it like, 4 or 5 sentences. No more than that. But I don't want you copying and pasting, because you know why? because that has a different energy to it. Copying and pasting is like, well, I'm just going to rip through this and then maybe they're going to contact me and buy something. That's yucky. You sit, you think about the person you're messaging, you're wishing them well, you're sending them love and light, you're being grateful for them. You're feeling gratitude. The more you can get in a place where you are absolutely feeling gratitude, the more things that will come to your life that will give you a reason to be grateful. I promise you, it's a whole energy flow, baby. It's an energy flow. So my challenge to you is by Monday, I want you to reach out to 50 of your customers. 50. And if you're thinking, oh my God, that's too much, I want to ask you another question. I'm going to ask you a follow-up question. Is your business where you want it to be? If it's not where you want it to be, that is why you're not doing enough. You may be doing the right things. You're not doing enough of the things. Because it's only Friday, and that's 4 days. 72 hours. You can do this. You can do this. Make your customers a priority, and they'll make you a priority. How about that? All right, my peeps. Loving you guys. I'm going to go look at the comments here for just a second and then wrap it up. How do you handle those first customers? Oh, see, I answered that, Christy. Look at that. Look at that. And you just say, you are one of my very first customers. I don't care if she's customer number 200 and whatever. If you start getting into, recent customers, say, listen, I just wanted to let you know, thank you so much for your purchase. Business has been booming and I am having so much fun and I've been so busy and I'm so sorry that I haven't followed up with you. But I really appreciate you. And if there's anything that I can do for you, let me know. I don't even know if I'd say that. I think I'd just say thank you. Say thank you. How many times do you get thank yous from people? It's not very often anymore, is it? No, not really. So anyways, okay, I'm going to go through the comments. I like to keep this to about 30 minutes. So what do you mean you can't tell fibs? What's your fib? Hold on, we got to answer this question. What's your fib, Lori? You're not grateful? What's happening? Talk to me. Rachel, if you do not have, I want you to contact every customer you've ever had. Every customer you've ever had. And if you're new, well, you don't have a lot to go through yet, and that's okay. But now you know going forward, you're going to be so grateful to every single customer. Okay? Let me see. I'm trying to think. What fibs, you guys? What are you talking about, Lori? I don't know the fibs. Oh, Lori. Okay. Honey, don't say, you're saying, sorry I haven't followed up with you before now. Figure out the wording, honey. You can do this. Just have a conversation with people. You can say they're one of your first customers. Guess what? I would consider anybody in my first year of the business one of my first customers. That's completely subjective. Okay? So you got to get past that. And then find a way that works for you too. Word it another way. Sorry I haven't followed up with you. I have been so crazy busy, and this business has just taken off. And but I wanted you to know that I am so grateful to you because your purchase really has given me the confidence to continue in this business. That's what you say, okay? Yeah, that's all you do. It's just the wording. It's just the wording. And is it a bad thing to make somebody feel good and supported? I mean, are they going to be Judge Judy and they're going to call the Facebook Messenger police or the email police to look into your back office and make sure that they were the very first customer or one of the first 3 customers? No. Okay? If we had more time, there's a deeper issue here, honey. There's a deeper issue going on. Make a list of things you're afraid of. Write it down. You need to see what you're afraid of. There's something going on. I know. You know what I feel like? I feel like Lucy. Or is it Lucy that sets up her little thing with the like psychology, little 5 cents, whatever. Yeah, I'll give you unsolicited advice, right? Yes. Okay. Okay, you've been wondering how you should go back and follow up. So thanks for, okay, well, good. Okay, I will, Amita, start it from the beginning, honey. I'm going to end it right now and you'll see what the 3 F's are. Okay, you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Okay, bye.